take a look. Let's dive in. I'm going to give you a demo of Cloze. I'm going to bring up Cloze on my iPhone here. This is Cloze on my iPhone. Variety of different things here, really to give you a full picture as to all the things you might see on the agenda. Starting at the top, you can see I've got 25 things on my agenda for the day. This is my action plan for the day. Think of this as your morning routine, your daily routine. Start here. This is your agenda. Cloze is going to surface people you need to get back in touch with. I've got Gina at the top here. I haven't talked to her 5 days. Different cycles for different people. So Cloze is bringing them forward for me automatically. It's very simple to reach out. I've got Gina here. I'm going to swipe and I can take action. I can make a phone call. I could phone her up right now. Dial right through my iPhone if I wish to do so. I can swipe and reach out via email. Cloze will get you started with a built-in template to make it easy to reach out. You can see we include her name, hi Gina, little template there, and then your signature. In fact, Cloze is an email client, meaning when I send this email, I'm sending it through my real email. Just like if I was to send it through Outlook or on my iPhone or Android, no difference at all. It's sent with your real email. I want to personalize this a little bit. Once I do that, I can send it off. Along the bottom, there's several icons there. We layer on business grade functionality on top of your email. For example, you can tap on the template icon, that stacked paper icon, and select a different template. So maybe I want to pick one of the ones I've previously written, or maybe my marketing team wrote for me and pushed out through our shared library. You can also create a template from here. Maybe I wrote up a great email and I want to reuse it. It's pretty common to use the same email over and over again. Write it once and reuse it. That's why we have templates. I could tap on create or even update an existing template. So I'm going to select a different template here, and now you see it's switched over to that other template. Makes it really, really easy. Anytime you find yourself writing the same email over and over again, save it as a template. It'll save you tons of time. If I tap on the paper airplane with the clock, I can schedule this email to be sent out in the future. So maybe you're doing email late at night, or you've got clients in different time zones. You want it to land in their inbox at the appropriate time. This can be really helpful. So how about tomorrow, first thing in the morning? Now it'll go out tomorrow morning. Notice that button in the upper right corner changed to schedule. The ribbon icon, if I tap on that, I can set a reminder. Remind me this weekend if Gina doesn't reply. So if Gina doesn't reply to this email, I'm going to get a notification. If she does, I won't. Really, really handy. That last icon, the little bell icon in the lower right, that's email open and link click tracking. Very popular feature. As soon as Gina opens this email, I'm going to get notified. Or if she clicks on any link in here, I'm going to get notified. Everybody loves to know people are interacting with their email. Very, very popular feature. When it comes to routine, the key thing here is staying very close to your sphere of influence, your core sphere of influence. You want to be talking to them on a regular basis. The best source of leads is the referral network you build up around your sphere of influence. So it's important to stay close to them. Work down that list. Maybe I'll phone Georgina up, reach out to her. Easy to do. It makes it very easy to work through those people you need to get back in touch with. Our AI is going to surface people based on your interaction patterns. You can also fine tune it and say, I want to be in touch with my contacts every week, every 3 days, whatever makes sense. Because Cloze is connected to your calls, your texts, your emails, and your calendar, it knows exactly when you last talked. The keep in touch reminders are super accurate. They're not an arbitrary date in a calendar. It's based on your real activity. Work down the agenda. You can see I've got some meetings coming up. I can swipe and add notes or even reconfirm. If I tap on a meeting, I can see all of my activity with the attendees. It gives me one place to go for all the details. So I go into my meetings prepared. Scrolling down a little bit, you can see I've got some important dates. I've got a birthday. Same thing. I can swipe. I could reach out via phone, or I could swipe and reach out via email. Send off those birthday wishes. What's really common is to also look ahead. So tap on next 7 days and look for any birthdays and other items coming up in the future and putting those cards in the mail, maybe on a Sunday evening, so they're taken care of for the week. Sale anniversary, purchase anniversary, great ways to engage with your past clients on a regular basis. Swipe, same thing, different template, reach out. Real estate review, same thing. A nice way to engage with your clients once a year. You're their trusted real estate advisor. So just like a financial advisor would sit down, you sit down with your clients, tell them what their home is worth, what's changed in their neighborhood, how the market is impacting the value of their home. It's likely their largest asset, so it's a good thing to do once a year. Sit down, spend some time with your past clients. It's a great service, and it's a great way to build long-term relationships. Got an important message here that Cloze flagged. Let's take a look at that. So this message is going to get a reminder here at 6 p.m. tonight. So for this important message, I'm going to get a reminder at 6 p.m. tonight. You can see that on the right side of the screen. Let's take a look. So this came in around 8 o'clock this morning. There it is. Please send me anything that fits the bill this evening. So she's asking for something this evening. Because she's asking for something this evening, Cloze caught that, is now going to remind me it's 6 p.m. tonight, my evening. Cloze will analyze the content of your messages to find things like this. Our AI will surface them to make sure you don't miss them. We can get really busy throughout the day. It's really easy to miss stuff. So Cloze applies AI to catch things just like this for you. Down a little further, I've got some to-dos and next steps. You can think of next steps as repeatable checklists. You write them once and you reuse them over and over again. They're a great way to just stay on track. Make sure you're getting everything done that you need to get done. So you can see here I've got a follow-up text with Francesca. I'm going to swipe on that. Notice how the template is different than before. This is a text template. So before we were looking at email templates. So when we talk about templates in Cloze, it's not just email templates. It's text templates, it's call scripts, rich marketing style emails, all kinds of different templates you can use with Cloze. So here, I've got a template for sending a text. If I tap on edit and send in the lower right, that's going to take me over to iMessage because I'm on an iPhone. Same thing would happen on an Android phone. And then I could finish off the message there and send it off to Francesca. So when you're thinking about setting up your account, you can have all kinds of different templates that you can take advantage of. I have a lead here for Ted. So this one's a little different. Now I have an email template. So different templates at different times. Each step you have set up in your workflow can have a different type of template. Now these are examples of steps where you're customizing it, personalizing it before you send it off. We surface it, we put it on the agenda, and then you can send it off. You can also automate this type of follow-up with our campaign functionality. So you could have that automated email go out to Ted to follow up on the lead. So you have different levels of automation is one way to think about it. Automation where it goes to the agenda, you personalize and send it off yourself, or automation where it can be sent automatically. Next steps are also really helpful when you're helping somebody sell a home or buy a home. You can see schedule inspection here. Oop, an alert just went by for Gina. That's my next thing up on my agenda. You'll see those notifications as they occur. So when I'm done scheduling this inspection, I can just swipe and mark it done. Cloze has captured a lead for me here, so you can see where it says new leads. So let's take a look at that. So it's really common in real estate to receive leads via email. In fact, that's the only place we see it. We get an alert, it lands in our inbox, and the information is kind of trapped there. We have to cut and paste it to get it into our CRM. With Cloze, you don't have to do that. We're going to automatically capture that information, extract it out, and add it into Cloze for you. We're going to alert you as soon as that lead hits your inbox. Speed is everything when it comes to our leads. We alert you with a push notification right to your phone so you can take action right away. In this case, all I got to do is tap on accept and I can quickly be on the phone. Cloze is going to automatically organize this contact for me too. Mark them as a warm buyer, set the lead source, capture that name, phone number, and email address that came out of the email. So I don't have to do anything. In fact, we can even take it a step further. Not only capture it, but auto accept it. So you don't even have to tap that button and even reply back to Ellen. As you think about your use of Cloze, it can really help make sure that you're responding to every lead and no lead slips through the cracks. We get very busy. It's easy to miss stuff in our inbox. And by the time we see it, it's too late. With Cloze, we can pull that information right out, respond on your behalf. You never miss the lead. The campaign can start, and when they engage, it can smartly stop, and you can jump on the phone with them. It can be very, very smart, aware of your activity. Did you jump on the phone with them? Did they call you? Did they text you? Did they book a meeting in the future? And that will stop the campaign. So lots you can do with your leads to make sure that they're not only tracked, but you can quickly reply to them. Down below, I got some meetings to reconfirm here. Meetings for tomorrow. Simple swipe to do so. So I've got a meeting here with Rebecca tomorrow. I can send that off, reconfirm that meeting. We're only going to prompt you to do that when you haven't talked to somebody in a few days. So that meeting's coming up. Haven't talked to Rebecca, so I've got the prompt there. Now down a little further, you can see Cloze's grabbed some new contact information for me for Sarah and Steve. So in both cases, I received an email with new contact information that wasn't yet in my Cloze account. So Cloze extracted that for me, and now very easily I can just swipe and accept it. Now I left this in manual mode so you could see it. We also have a mode that just automatically accepts it. That's what I use in my real account, so I don't have to do the swiping. It just grabs the information and automatically updates the contact. Keeps your information fresh, puts it in there automatically for you. At the bottom, what you see are your finished calls and finished meetings. Cloze is going to keep track of all those calls and meetings you have throughout the day. You can think of this as your end of day wrap-up checklist. Just a great place to review, scan down it. Maybe you're driving when you took a call, you couldn't take notes. Go back now. Really simple. Add those notes right there. You can even follow up. We have a template built in for that. It's always the best practice. Follow up after your call. Maybe add some notes to it. It's a simple thing to do, but a good way to just review, recap. Perhaps set up your next day. Set reminders for things you might do the next day. As you think about Cloze and the agenda, think of it as your action plan for the day. Start first thing in the morning. Work through your list. Top producers always have a routine. Remember that. Work through it. You'll get more done in short order because it's all organized for you. Work through that list. Reach out to the folks that you haven't talked to in a while. You will see things on there where you have those moments of, oh, I can't believe I forgot that. And that's the point, just to catch things you might have missed. Work down your list throughout the day. It is going to move with you dynamically. If a meeting is coming up, so this meeting here that's coming up at 5, that's going to be the next thing on my agenda at 5 o'clock. That's going to be at the top. So it will move dynamically with you throughout the day. I'm going to tap on Gina here. This gives you a good idea of what a typical timeline looks like. You can see I've got email, I've got notes, meetings, text messages, calls, all automatically logged for me in the timeline. Even if I haven't gone into Cloze ever before, all this information would be there automatically. Cloze will go back in time as far as your accounts go to keep track of all this data for you and then work continuously going forward. So what you're going to see is a timeline that always gives you context. If you're reaching out to Gina, you haven't talked in a while, you have all that context. You have the continuity of all that information in one place. So looking down the timeline here, you can see a variety of things. At the bottom of the screen, you can see several icons there. If I tap on the pencil, I can add a note. Tap on the phone icon. I can call her up. Text icon, I can tap on that. It'll take me over to iMessage because I'm on an iPhone. And I can send her a text. Envelope, I can send her an email. Tap on the little pin drop there, and I can open a map to her address. Or I can even log postal mail. One thing we can't track because it's postal mail, but if you'll pop something in the mail, you send a card, you can log that very easily. Now moving across from timeline, you can see notes. So all the notes I have for Gina, all organized in one place. All the files I have for Gina, also organized. Now we talk about files. These are attachments on emails. All those attachments will be organized for you automatically, but also documents from things like Dropbox, Google Drive, OneDrive, DocuSign, SkySlope, Dotloop, all organized right here for you. So it makes it really easy to get back to those documents. You can even pin documents that are important at the top like I've done there. Tap on To Do. These are all my upcoming to-dos here. I got a reminder to get back in touch with her right there. But then also other things that are important, other important dates, wedding anniversary, birthday, that kind of thing. When I tap on About, I can see who this person is to me and where they are in their journey with me. If I look across the top there, I see warm, hot, in contract, closed and lost. We call those stages. That's the journey. Right below it, where it says buyer, We call those segments. If I tap on the drop down on other, I can see other segments like seller or renter. In this case, Gina here is advanced from warm, that would be a lead, to hot. She's been qualified. She's ready to move forward and purchase a home in the next, call it 60 to 90 days. Now those labels there, that's our ninja selling configuration. Warm, hot, in contract, closed and lost. Those should be very familiar to you if you've done ninja selling. We also have a standard configuration if you're not doing ninja selling. But if you are doing ninja selling, this is the preferred and recommended setup for you. Now, as we scroll down, we're going to see a buyer profile. Gina's buying a home, so we can enter all of that information in the buyer profile. She's looking for a single family home. You can see bedrooms there, little range selector. Select how many bedrooms she's looking for, how many baths, price range, very nice budget. Again, same thing, a little slider there. This information is useful in just helping you know exactly what she's looking for in a home. You can also enter in the location. As you see down there, there's a section called location. There's a variety of different things you can put in there. You can put in a zip code, a single zip code. You can put in multiple zip codes. You can put a town, and we'll do a radius around that. Or you can even tap on the pin icon and draw on a map. That's what I did here. I drew with my finger, drew a boundary, and set that. With your local MLS connected, we can then return property matches automatically for you. Now, as you can see here, I've got property matches. Several came back. If I tap on the envelope along the bottom again, you're going to see property matches there. And what this does is this automatically creates a nicely formatted email with all those properties. From here, I can enter a nice personalized note. I can curate the list. Maybe I want to eliminate some of these properties, remove them from the list. I can easily do that if I wish to do so. Get rid of the ones I don't want, and it will update. But you can see nicely formatted email with all the different properties here. You can change the design of this template. In fact, your marketing team can do that too if they wish to do so. Change the colors, put your logo in there, fonts, all the stuff you'd expect to do. You've got full control over this. If your brokerage is rolling out Cloze, they'll take care of this for you and give you a nice brand standard template that you can use. This is a way of sending out those matches in a personalized manner through your real email. So you curate the list and you give a very specific reason on why you picked the properties. You can also automate this. Another example of something that you can do by hand if you wish to do so. We'll gather everything up for you to make it easy, and then you can send it off. Or you can automatically send those daily alerts, or as they occur, off to the client. I could set Gina up that way with an automated campaign that would just send those listing alerts, the saved search of the properties she's looking for in that buyer profile, and send those off every single day, or as they occur, as matches occur. So you can do it either way. You can hand curate and send them off on your own, or you can set up a campaign to send them out automatically. Either way works really well. Down a little further, you're going to see a little section there called details. Those are examples of custom fields, other information that you can add. All kinds of different details here. Lead source, always a good thing to track. So this is a referral. When she does transact, I can set a purchase anniversary, and then I'll get that reminder next year. Always handy. Spouse, children, and referred by. These are examples of reference fields. It's a way of linking contacts to each other. So Max is her spouse. Sam is their kid. And then Monty here referred Gina to me, part of my referral network. If I tap on Max, it actually brings me over to his profile, and I can see all my activity with him. He is a separate person, so I have a separate timeline. Each person in a household should have their own profile in Cloze. Setting up, creating contacts for kids is optional, but a lot of agents do it because they like the birthday reminders that Cloze provides. It will remind you automatically when the birthday comes. You can pop a card in the mail. Talking to some agents, they also work with multi-generational families. The kids grow up and they help them with their first home. That referred by section, highly recommend if you get a referral to link that person so you know who sent you the referral. It's always good to close the loop, thank them for the referral, maybe put a gift in the mail, something nice for them when that transaction closes. Real estate review, talked about those, another thing you can track. Other contact fields, birthday, etc. You can also add custom fields. If your brokerage is setting up Cloze for you, we've already done this with them, customized it for your brokerage. If you're on your own, you can fully customize as well. Now I'm going to jump over to the people section. As you see, all your contacts are here. One thing I encourage you to do when you first get going is to explore some of our sorting options. Traditional CRM really only sorts in one way, alphabetical, which isn't that useful. With Cloze, we give you a number of very useful sorting options. So tap on that funnel in the upper left corner, and you're going to see an option to sort. I'm going to tap on that. And you can see all kinds of different options here. Best relationship. Who do I know best? Put them at the top. So if I was to look in the background, these are the people I know best. Tap on that funnel again. When you first met, these are the people I just met. When you last talked, the people you just talked to, and so on. Lots of different sorting options here for you. Upcoming birthdays is a good example. Contacts you may want to classify. This is our AI recommending people that you should organize. All kinds of different options. What's past due. You can also use these in conjunction with filters. So I can find all my warm buyers, and then I could sort by when did they go quiet. So I might be reaching out, but they're not responding. Well, I can quickly see that with this type of sort order. So lots of different ways to sort your contacts. This can be really helpful when you first get going and you want to start organizing. Okay? So as you explore, it's a great way to do it. Notice that button at the top there, that add button. Highly recommend importing your device contacts, your iPhone or Android contacts. You tend to have a lot of contact information. That'll come into Cloze. Don't worry about creating duplicates. We'll handle that. We'll merge automatically. That's a great way to do it. Okay. All right. I'm going to stop there on my iPhone, but I'm going to go over the desktop because I want to show you what it looks like over there. So notice it's the exact same agenda on the desktop. No functional difference. Same information. It's all synced securely through the cloud. The only difference is I have all this extra space off to the right. So you can do the same exact actions. I can swipe easily, just swiping here. Or if you had a Windows machine, I'm on a Mac, but if you're on a Windows machine, you could use your finger. But if I select Gina, notice I can see all that information without leaving the agenda. I can quickly move through each item. You can see I've got the same timeline. Notice the action item in the upper right. Instead of swiping, I can just click. I have that same template, my email signature, all the formatting options along the bottom. I can select a template like we did before. I can search. I can select marketing templates, all kinds of things. I'm going to select this one. I can schedule. Do that. I can set a reminder like we did before. And then that bell icon, that's the email open and link click tracking. As soon as Gina opens this or clicks on any link, I'm going to get notified. Very popular feature. So same information. There's that relationship section again. Profile, those property matches, and then the custom fields. All right there for you. These are tags across the top. Talk about those in a moment. Another way to organize outside of that buyer or seller and journey as well. Now, if we go to the people section, you're going to see we also take advantage of that space off to the right. You're going to see columns with all of your stages. There's warm, hot, in contract, and closed. Those are my stages. That's the buyer or seller journey with me. When you first come into your Cloze account, you're going to be starting to organize along these columns. That's going to be your first action that you're really going to start to take. But notice the counts here. We're not trying to over-organize. And I'll say that a few times, but a focused sphere of influence makes a big difference. You're better off getting to know your clients deeply than trying to spread yourself too thin. Think of a very focused core of your sphere of influence. Focus on 100 to 200 contacts. Build deep relationships with fewer people. It will actually yield better results. It'll build a stronger network where that network is pointing back to you as their go-to realtor. That's really the way to think about it. You can bulk select contacts to make changes as you're organizing. You could set a stage in a segment, update many at once if you wish to do so. So it's fast work. You can also select a contact like Ralph here, where I've not yet set it, and just simply tap to set the stage and segment. Easy to do. Now, I've only scratched the surface of Cloze. There's lots more we can do here in a demo, but I wanted to give you this baseline to get you started. We'll cover more. There's a lot you can do with Cloze, but if you start off here, start off with organizing your contacts, using that agenda every single day, you can be in really, really good shape.